Thank you for tuning back in to Your Health Matters with Health Coach Lisa. Today, I am going to talk about GMOs. They are in your foods. Before I get started, I want to give my disclaimer that Your Health Matters with Health Coach Lisa does not make any claims of any cures. Let's get started. This is something to really think about. When I get done with this segment, I hope that you will do your own research, as I always say to do. Do your own research, always. Um, this isn't something that I make up or I just want to get you away from eating certain foods. It is to bring awareness. Some of you are okay with a quick fix, grabbing up processed foods, going out to eat. I'm not trying to sway you from something that you want to do. I am only bringing awareness. Now, hopefully, again, when we go over this, you will at least think about what you are intaking today. This is very important. They often talk about everything else. They talk about everything else in the world. This should be talked about as well. I know there's so much going on right now, but remember, health is wellness. If you do not have your health, it doesn't matter about your money or your material things. Health is wellness. GMOs, genetically modified organisms. In food are, it's in your foods, are genetically modified organisms. Now I want to kind of, organisms, remember that. Organisms. GMOs are plants or animals whose DNA, this one too, guys, woo, DNA, has been changed by scientists, okay, to give them, this is what they say, helpful traits like growing food faster, letting lasting longer on shelves. Some corn, soybeans, and tomatoes are genetically modified now. So some of you may say, well, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. Well, I would say from the 60s into the 90s, I'll say. Now, even into the 2000s, we never had to worry about our foods and genetically modified at that. This is something that did not happen in that time era because most people cooked at home, number one. And number two, you if you go back and you look at the 70s through the 90s, there wasn't a lot of obese, sick, cancer. Um, there are children that are diabetic now at 9 years old, 7 years old. There was not such a thing that existed as much as it exists now. And they say, why? So your food can grow faster, so that it'll last longer on the shelf. No, we don't want our foods growing faster in an unnatural state. You are really not supposed to be consuming DNA that has been changed by GMOs. And organisms now, a different type of organism. That is alarming. Side effects, long term health effects. There are side effects and there are long term health effects. They will tell you, oh, it's not a big deal. GMOs are okay. No, environmental effects. A GMO could potentially trigger allergies if it contains genes from foods that cause allergies. Again, they're trying to word it so that you're not alarmed, so that they make it sound like it's not that big of a deal. You should not be consuming anything that has been altered. It is now not natural. And we wonder why people are just getting sick, why more and more people are getting cancer, why kids are just extremely unhealthy. They can't think. They're in school and they can't think because you have some other type of DNA gene in you through them altering the foods so that they can mass produce and so that it'll last longer. When I grew up, and some of you may be able to relate to this too, we never had a surge of these type of things like we do now. Yeah, cancer's been around, diabetes, high cholesterol, but not like now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you an example. Somebody gave me a couple bags of these, okay? And I'm going to show you. I know the light is reflecting. Hopefully you can see this, but this is something that somebody gave me as an example. I'm certainly not going to consume this. And then on the back, if you can see it, if you can kind of screenshot it, let me read these ingredients. So let's just say you don't have any allergies. It's just something to think about. I'm raising awareness. Do you really want altered food? Um, this is junk. This is nothing but junk. You see, why should we consume things with all these ingredients, anyways? You can simply, this is supposed to be a cheesy macaroni and cheese dinner. Get you some noodles yourself and cook them and go get some cheese and put it in there yourself. If you know how to cook, you should consider going back to the kitchen. If not, go to YouTube and pull up videos on how to cook. You would be better off. At least you would know what's in your foods. So, this pack of macaroni and cheese contains some ingredients that, again, are very hard to pronounce. And that's another thing. If you buy stuff and it's hard to pronounce, it's probably something you don't want to consume. But I want to point out it has thiamine monotrate, riboflavin, modified food starch with erythrobic acid. See, that's one of those ingredients that are hard to pronounce. Um, Disodium phosphate, silicon dioxide, titanium dioxide. If you go back through my archives, I did put some information out there about titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is something that we should not be consuming. but it's in your makeups and it's in your foods. Okay. Um, at the bottom, bioengineered ingredients. So this is bioengineered food. They say it's okay. Again, it just takes a little bit of time to go to your kitchen and cook. So, again, anything bioengineered is going, you're consuming it, and you know it's unnatural now. So, read your labels. Go back to taking the time when you go to the store and read your labels. 90% of you may know how to cook. That would be a better deal than eating this crud. It is crud. It is no good. Again, do your own research. So, this is what I wanted to do today. I came to bring some of the things that I think are a problem for people in this country. In other countries, this stuff is banned. Why is it not banned here? It's banned in other countries. So, it's something to think about. Share the video, like, and subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself. Remain on your health and wellness journey for the year 2026. Have a good one.